Hello everybody, welcome back to the Osu Catch World Cup round of 32. We have two matches on right now and we are happy to have you here for Poland versus Malaysia, the 2nd and the 31st. I am Quijibo, being joined here by the legendary Sartan. How's it going, man?
I wouldn't call myself legendary, but I'm doing good, man. Thanks for asking. We just had a nice game between Taiwan and Germany on this channel. And as Jibo just said, there's two matches going on right now, so you're pretty much obligated to open both. The second match is over on the Osu Live _2 channel. And that's going to be between Japan and Thailand. Very exciting game. This as well, because we're going to see one of the giants in action today, Poland. We will see America in a bit, which is the number 1 seed, but the number 2 seed here, Poland, coming into play, starting their World Cup campaign versus the 31st seed of Malaysia. Still a very strong team for early stages of the tournament. Malaysia always been a menace to the highest seeded teams. You might recognize that too, Kajiba. I'm not entirely sure if you ever played Malaysia.
I know we're I don't know if I think we might have at some point within the past 6-7 years I've played, but that's one thing that a couple people were saying a few weeks back is like, yeah, a lot of people were scared of getting Malaysia back in the group stage because while the pools were really easy, like there was that chance that Malaysia could knock off a low and high seed and just sneak through the bracket. So yes, yeah, we've got, I believe, a lot of new players, if I'm not mistaken, for Malaysia. But a couple that have been around for a while. So you've got Kokomi on Osu, Maruth Attack or Moe Attack, Hyper Neko-chan, Kagari, Avirir, and Summer Leopard. And for Poland, you have V-Line-Hup, Fob, Trigon, Boba of Darkness, who is captain, Madsen, Yakubon, and Philo.
Yeah, truly speaking, it does seem like this is the second strongest team of the tournament. But then again, Malaysia is not a pushover in a sense. So hopefully we will get some cool scores from the new Malaysian players as well. However, Poland just absolutely extreme this year. They're really quick to ban and pick. It's boss time, dude. Nomad2 being the first pick here from Malaysia, seemingly having won the dice roll there. Yes. Poland quickly configuring the team here, seeing who's going to pick, who's going to play here on this map, pick which slot they will slot into. But they have plenty of options.
Yeah.
Jibo, do you have any scoreline predictions?
Ooh, look.
Come at it.
I want to give them benefit of the doubt, but facing Poland, I think there's a very strong likelihood that my doubter instincts are going to come out and say a 5-0 is probably going to be my prediction. They might sneak a single point there, but I think Poland is just bit too strong of a team to face, but if there's any time to take a point against them, it's the early round. What are you thinking?
Yeah, they might just sneak a point through. It could just very well happen that Malaysia is going to FC, triple FC a single map. It could just come down to a spinner battle. I'm not entirely sure. But Poland is very systematic in the way they play as well. Just really solid all across. I don't think they're going to complain too much about these maps being too easy or something. A lot of the players in the team also tend to practice a lot going into tournaments, and well, we are going into the tournament now. First map having started. This is Malaysia's pick. It's a fairly easy pick. It's a common strategy for the lower ranked teams to pick the normal picks against the stronger teams. You just have the most chance winning those. So let's see if it works out in their favor.
Yeah, and in case you missed it as well, the bans, Poland banning No Mod 1, fairly standard ban for a lot of your top seed teams, and Malaysia banning Hidden 2, obviously, because you've got such a strong hidden roster on Poland. And in this meantime, Kagari going to be the first to miss, and Maruth Attack following that right up. But
Madsen is
Madsen going to trade.
But Moro is going to find another miss themselves as well as Kagari, so it's not really a big issue there for Poland. They're going to be able to comfortably control this map so far. 112,000 points in their favor, and the combo advantage is in their favor too, meaning that the lead is just going to become even bigger as we speak. First half of the map done. Poland is going to have to find a couple of misses in order for Malaysia to make a comeback here.
Yeah. They still have 1 FC, but 1 FC to 2 is just not a... Yeah, it's not quite enough. And 122k, honestly, on a map like this, I don't know if they can make it back. You know, never say die, but it is a bit of a hard thing to make back in this last Ki. And everyone holding on for now anyway. Combos are all above 200, and yeah, that scoreline's just gonna sit. We might see it just sit till the very end.
Yeah, it's looking very stable.
Yakubon's gonna miss, but I think it's still just too late. It's gonna fall down to maybe 80k, but yeah.
Yeah, that is definitely a bit too late. It made it a bit closer, but yeah, definitely not close enough. Poland would have to have missed like 3 more times at least for Malaysia to have a shot at beating them on this map. Nice FC though from both Kokomi and Fob. Solid performance there from Malaysia, but sadly enough, just not quite enough firepower in order to fend themselves off against this behemoth Poland, with only 2 misses in total in their team. So yeah, first point, break point there for Poland. They're going to be able to pick next. And I just think they're going to try to batter around Malaysia with a lot of mod picks, hard rock hidden, all those things.
Yeah.
Makes sense for them to do that.
You're probably right there. Yeah, Mix Mod 1, there it is. I feel like Mix Mod is probably one of the better mods for Malaysia to cop because, like I was saying yesterday, like with a lot of these rosters, a lot of teams don't have that full 3, but sometimes they have that bit of versatility enough where one player on their team can do one thing, another player can do another, and another can do the third. So mixed mod sometimes unexpectedly works in the favor of some lower seed teams.
Yeah, I actually did not expect Malaysia to go for this one. I mean Poland to go for this one, sorry, yeah. Because of Malaysia. But they seem to be more than confident enough to maybe triple FC the map in order to pick it. It's a fairly tough map for hidden, as far as I know. Yeah. As we've analyzed it on our own team, Hard Rock seemed to be fairly okay on this one. Not too many crazy jumps. Hidden is a bit tough, but then again, Poland has Fob, which is one of the best hidden players at the moment, who's actually not in the lobby right now. So maybe they are just going to take a bit of a break here. It seems that Poland is confident enough either way. On the other hand, Malaysia there again with Kokomi, Morotek, and Kagari seems to be their core lineup.
Yeah, and yeah, Poland just rotating their roster a little bit, and the question now is, where is Bobo?
I'm pretty sure they picked the map, so they are somewhere to be found.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I know, last year Bobo didn't play a whole heap in the early game. But they do have that versatility where they can just swap around anyone, and like I feel like a lot of high-end top seed teams will probably see that this week, where they have like 4, maybe even 5 players all capable of playing the same map, all getting like FCs and whatnot.
Yeah, I truly feel that they might feel that way. But then again, Malaysia could very well also be able to pull something nice off here. Kagari is going to be the first to miss here, however, with no mod. That is quite peculiar, but there's plenty of map left. I don't know if Poland's going to be able to triple FC this. They do have the potential to do it, but it's still a bit tricky.
Kokomi going to find the miss as well. And the thing about Hard Rock is it's not a very hard, in general map, but the way it sort of plays is It's not like a full-on memory map, but it is something where you really have to be paying attention and making sure you're not moving too early. And if you're nervous, you might run into a little bit of trouble here. I think the only like real issue is like apparently there's like a memory jump somewhere around 400. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Kokomi gonna find another miss there, and Kagari also found a few more misses. FC's still on the side of Poland right now. But yeah, I know there's a left-right at 400 that's a little bit awkward as well. Whoa, what's happening here?
That? Yeah, that jump is somewhat tricky, and I'm very surprised that both Kagari and Murotech were able to hit that one. But yeah, Poland just blew up. All players missing there, and that is going to enable Malaysia to crawl back a little bit in terms of the scoreline. But then again, Kokomi and Ose and Kagari missing right after. That's going to ruin that chance once more. Poland. Bits of a slip up there, coincidentally all in the exact same spot, but they seem to be fairly safe. Philo is going to find another miss traded by Kokomi, but yeah, that's just going to stabilize the scoreline of 155 points of difference, even more, honestly, because, well, Poland still has the combo advantage.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate as well right now. Very fortunate for Poland because they did give themselves a little bit of a buffer, but for Moe, it is very difficult as he's putting in the work with that double S still intact on the hidden. And as I say that, there is a whole team miss out of Malaysia putting in the work, but unfortunately just a bit of a tough opponent here in Poland. And yeah, a few more misses out of Malaysia. Philo also going to find another miss there, but it is just Poland domination right now. And they will safely secure their second point, which is now going to put the pick back onto Malaysia. And the real question is, will they stick with another no mod pick?
I mean, I don't think they really have a choice at this point if the modded maps are just going to go this way. If this is any indicator of their hard rock and hidden performance in this map pool for Malaysia, then going for any modded pool is gonna be rough. So I do reckon no mod, either 3 or 4 will have to be picked then, because, well, no mod 1 was banned, no mod 2 got picked. Those are the harder no mods already though, so it doesn't bode too well either. It's looking like Poland will have a very dominant grip over Malaysia on this game so far.
Yeah, just unfortunate opposition, and mixed mod 2. So maybe they're just trying to get the mixed mods out of the way early, and then they can just, I don't know, focus from there. But I know they probably wouldn't be looking at hidden because they did ban hidden too, and Poland is not an easy team to go up against for hidden either, because they do have a strong hidden roster there. So we will see Gypsytronic once again. I think this is at least the second year in a row that we've had M2U as the Mixed Mod 2 pick. I don't remember the name of the song, but we did have an M2U song last year as well.
M2U songs are very popular in the CWC at least.
Oh,
it tends to be like a hidden M2U pick like every year at least. Mostly in group stages, round of 32 we should call them now, and round of 16 stages.
I mean, it's just, I suppose, relaxing, flowy music, which I suppose you don't want to relax when you're playing tournament, but maybe you do at the same time, you know, get the nerves down.
It's very jolly, at least. I do enjoy just listening and funking out a bit to the song. So.
Oh yeah,
certainly. But yeah, it's let's see which way it will go. Whether Malaysia is going to be able to perform a little better on this mixed mod compared to the previous one. Their second pick of the game, Gary coming in with it.
This. And yeah, looks like they've rolled around their mods a little bit. So this time it is Kagari on the Hard Rock and Kokomi on the No Mod. Moe attack staying on the hidden. And Poland still holding the FC. A little bit of act drop out of Bober. Bober subbing in for this one, and then we see Philo on the Hard Rock, sensible pick, and Yakubon on the No Mod, which also, yeah, fair. And three-way miss out of Malaysia. This is not going to be good for them coming in here, and I sort of wonder if they did just want to try and get the pick out of the way as opposed to actually picking something that they may be a bit more confident on. Just because of how the last the last mix mod went for Malaysia. I don't imagine this would have been the best strategic pick, but at the same time, you know, you just sort of pick what you like at this stage.
Yeah, being overshadowed this badly is not really gonna be rewinded if you strategize even harder. I don't think there's much strategy to be had here, sadly.
Yeah.
Looking at it so far. Especially considering the fact that they are swapping out around the Hard Rock and hidden plays as well a bit on the Malaysian side. It means that they might have not prepped for it too much. Miss there again for Kokomi. Yakubon is actually going to follow up with a miss of their own as well, but Kagari missing. Yeah, it's not working out quite as Malaysia would hope.
Yeah, and with the miss out of Yakubon, that is the three-way FC for Poland down. Will Boba and Philo hold until the end? And, Boba's going to find a miss there, but Philo's still holding on, and I'd say this map is probably easiest with Hard Rock. It's a very straightforward Hard Rock. There's not a lot you can really miss on.
Yeah, it is a bit easier, especially considering that the AR isn't as uncomfortable as it is for the other players, being at 8.6. It's pretty low, especially for newer players, despite the fact that these players aren't all very new to the game. Either way, big win there once again for Poland. Malaysia really not being able to compete on these maps, unfortunately. Poland, and we'll pick next. They're going to go for double time. Frey going to test out the speed of the Malaysian players here. Will that bring any difference to the table? I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, and if you're facing off against one of the bottom 16 teams, especially on that like 25 to 32 end, I'd say this is probably something that's going to be a little bit more difficult for them, as it is a bit more of a speed check than the other double times. Whereas, you know, double time 2 is more about, like, I suppose you could say reading the movement, and double time 1 is just platter. Yeah, double time 3 is a bit more of a speed pick, and yeah, there are a couple patterns in there that might catch you a little bit.
Yeah, definitely the quickest of the three picks in terms of platter movement. If you have turning nerfs, you're gonna probably miss out on a lot of these streams, a lot of the larger jumps, and there's very tiny movements as well. I find this one to be quite uncomfortable myself to play, but then again, tastes differ in my own team. We had a couple of people who enjoyed Double Time 2 a lot more compared to Double Time 3 and Double Time 1. That is once again a map that I truly can't play. For some reason I don't like the snapping over there. But what I did like about this map pool is the fact that all the double times feel quite it feels like there's quite some variation between them in terms of the skills they test. So here goes speed.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, actually. They do actually feel quite a bit different from each other. So definitely kudos to map pullers for that one. Yeah, I'm definitely much more of a DT3 than a DT2 this week. And Marutatak going to be the first to miss, along with Kagari. Kokomi holding on a little bit, and three-way FC is still out of Poland. No one's slipping up in this early game. Kokomi's going to drop the last FC for Malaysia, and going to find another miss there as well. And yeah, we are seeing Trigon make his first play here as well. Kagari going to find a couple of misses there, but yeah, we were sort of expecting this, I suppose you could say. Just the Poland domination. And yeah, you pick this map when you're confident you're going to win, I suppose you could say. Yakubon going to find a miss there. Only issue I had with this one personally was the jumps or the sliders that they all hit. The slider ticks, I always like miss them for no reason, but no one doing that, I believe.
Yeah, these players are holding on to those slider ticks quite well, but then again, Malaysia is quite consistently missing every so often. Kagari, Muro Tech missing once again, Kokomi following it up, Kagari with another one. Trigon and Boba, now Boba missing, but Trigon still doing really well, holding on to a full combo. Did drop a couple of droplets, really low accuracy for a full combo, but that is no worry. It's only very little point that you miss out on if you drop the droplets in Osu catch. So as you can see on the bottom of the screen, I don't have to spell it out, very large score gap here, 500,000 points, in the whereabouts of 500,000 points, and there's no way Malaysia can take this back, even if the entirety of Poland were to just stop moving right now. So that's going to be another point there for Poland, just completely overshadowed in terms of skill here, unfortunately.
It's one of those things, unfortunately, where only thing that might have saved them would have been a disconnect. Yeah, everyone's still getting the S on Malaysia's side, so and still getting decent combos, all getting above 200 at least once. So like solid effort at least, and Trigon coming in with the FC, and then one miss apiece for Boba and Jakobon. And looks like they're going for Hard Rock one?
Oh yeah, they are. Okay, well, just try and throw anything you can at Poland at this point. And this is one of the easier picks of the entire map pool, I would say. This is a very consistent Hard Rock pick. Yeah, you just might want to try it out, really. Again, the performance on the Malaysian side isn't too bad either. The performance is about to be expected in that range for teams at the seed level where Malaysia has placed themselves. 800,000 to 900,000 points. That is still a good performance in that double time pick, but Poland is obviously of a different order at second seed. That's just a bottleneck you have to get through, and really, as a super low seeded team, that just very scarcely happens. So Poland is able to perhaps bring it home 5-0 if they were to win this one as well. It's a Hard Rock pick where, once again, Poland really doesn't find its own weaknesses in. It's a good Hard Rock team as well. Malaysia does have some Hard Rock potency as well. It's Kagari, also a very good Hard Rock player. Muro Attack is also very good in those more niche Hard Rock maps. But will that be enough to fend off Poland for a point? I'm not entirely sure. It is the easiest Hard Rock map of the pool by a long mile. So let us wait and see. I don't think the score difference is going to be as big as it was on the double time just now, at least.
And we have Hidden Hard Rock on for Moru Attack and Kokomi. So, yeah, Hidden being the read assist right now. So, I do sometimes wonder when I see some players chuck Hidden on as well. Especially if it's like specifically for a reading assist to help ease with the AR.
No preference, really. So
yeah, it is 100% preference, but like I suppose some players do also use it as like definitely as like a reading tool, I suppose you could say.
Yeah, exactly. Hidden will make it feel a little slower, but then again, you'd have to read Hidden, so how's its trade-offs? Anyhow, yeah, Kagari and Kokomi both missing on Malaysia's end now, so that's going to give the early leader for Poland. As expected, honestly. Hidden can also help you with hardware limitations if you experience any of those. It does make the gameplay a little better. A bit more FPS here and there.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one. Yeah, it does help some systems with that whole bottlenecking and yeah, frames. I have had the issue happen before where Hidden has actually made mine play worse, but
that
was
really
back
rare.
when I owned
Never
like
heard
an
of that
old
before.
laptop. Yeah, it was like a very old laptop. So you know.
In the meantime, Malaysia dropped all of their combos. Unfortunately, Kagari found a couple of misses, and Poland, on the other hand, is still just blasting through this map with triple FC. Only a couple of droplet misses on the end of Madsen. And this score gap has already been built up to about 150,000 points. That is a very large gap to bridge. There's some song left. Moro Attack, however, misses once again. That gap is going to widen, and I don't think Poland is going to give any inch to Malaysia.
Yeah, the real question is, will we see the three-way FC come out of Poland right now? They just have 400 combo to go, 300 combo rather. Will they be able to pull off the three-way full combo? Only Act Drop is out of Madsen right now. And yeah, Malaysia actually recovering quite well as well. Everyone above the 200 combos, but unfortunately for a long consistency hard rock pick like this, 187k is unfortunately just a bit too much to make up in the end parts.
Yeah, they just found their footing a little bit too late there. It's still pretty rough to switch from mods the way they just had to do. This is the first hard rock pick of the match. Oh, Yakuban is going to miss it for Poland there, so it's not going to be a triple wave C for the team. But the score is more than plenty for them to take this win. Moro Attack with a late miss there as well. Kagari and Kagomi both on 600 combo. That is pretty impressive as well. Going to be dropped by Kagari. They tried their hardest over on Malaysia, but it's going to be Poland once again. And they're going to clean it out with a sweep 5-0 score. Very, very well played there by Poland.
Yeah, and the full combos coming out of Madsen and Philo as well. So, yeah, very strong plays there. Just the one miss out of Yakubon. So, I suppose we could say that's pretty much what we would have expected to see out of Poland anyway. I would have actually been a little bit surprised if they had conceded points. They are just one of those teams that are going to be incredibly strong in the opening, especially with like your ranks maybe 5-1 all versing like, you know, 28, 29 to 32. Like, that's, yeah, it's just bit difficult for them to go up against those powerhouses. So congratulations to Team Poland, and I believe they're going on to face who was it again next week? I had it up a minute ago.
It's really rough to determine. There's so many teams still, so it's hard to determine exactly.
Yes, they're going to face Taiwan, the winner of the Taiwan-Germany match. So gotcha. Probably not an easy match for Taiwan, but we'll see how they go. Yeah. And that will be next week. But for now, I believe Japan and Thailand are still going. I believe it's 4-0 for Japan right now, and they have made another pick. Thailand picked DT3, actually.
Yeah, so let's round this off so we can swap over to that stream. Hopefully you guys can enjoy the final picks there over on the Japan versus Thailand match. We urge you to buy banners if you could, because they are very beautiful and they support the game. So if there's a team you want to support for this tournament, then definitely go ahead, go to that OC store, try and get yourself a banner there. They're pretty cheap and they look very nice on your profile, so why not just check it out? You can always have a look at least. So I thank you very much, Kijibo, for joining me on this one. Yes. I think we're very quickly going to round this off for Japan versus Thailand, so we can at least enjoy that a little bit as well. All right.
Yes, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, see you in a bit. Bye-bye.